Hey everyone, how we doing? It's Kris Dixon back again. Dixon Family Catering, Dixon's Fixins. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to my nephew D. Thanks for holding the camera. Appreciate you, man. I know you be live streaming. Matter of fact, check out my nephew's live streams. We shipped it out later. All right, today we're making omelets. We're gonna start with an Italian style omelet, okay, quote unquote, frittata, which is pretty much a quiche without a crust, or an unfolded omelet. Okay, the idea is that the ingredients are cooked inside of the egg and then in the oven. So you can start it in a pan, at a low heat, and then slide it into the oven from there inside the pan, about 350 for 5 or 10 minutes, or depending on your oven, how your oven cooks. So you have to gauge it from that. You know your oven better than I do, okay? And these are often also commonly made inside of dishes, like any type of casserole dish or a ceramic dish or anything like that. And it gives it more depth. It's higher up, and you can get more egg out of it. It gives it more volume as well, of course, and you get more vegetables out of it. Here, I also put field greens on top, but you can put anything on top. You can put some type of vegetable mixture on top, that has been pickled or anything like that, or lighter slaw or anything like that. Okay, you don't want to get you want to put too much flavor on there, I guess, or if you want to, do whatever you want. Get creative, okay? So next we're going to start with a French style omelet. So we're going to start with the higher heat on the pan. Not too high though. You want to, of course, gauge it. You're going to be able to control it. You still want to make sure the egg is yellow. You don't want to burn it too much, unless you like a darker egg. Then in that case, get a little more brown. So just do you. But okay, yeah, it's a big omelet. As you can see, it's a big pan. We'll see what happens. And I have to turn it down a little bit, just because there's so much surface volume there, surface area. Okay. Handy dandy spatula. Pow! The best one in the world. And you can use a smaller pan if you want. Of course, you can go big, go hard, or go home. Do whatever you want. Just giving you some ideas, something to work from. Try some new things. Okay. That's my omelet cooking dance right there. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Definitely agitate that a little bit. Get that pan circling. And you just want to start to get those wrinkles, or the curdles, get that volume. That's what's going to make the omelet, a little thicker, give it more depth. Even though it is a big omelet, I put got a big pan. Still, you can still have some depth to a big omelet. It's okay. Okay. And if this was a smaller pan, I would have the heat a little higher, but I have the heat, high for a big pan, but not for a little pan, if that makes sense, all right? Don't want to be too confused. I'm just, being creative over here, seeing what I can get going. And that's the biggest idea. You just want to get those wrinkles going, create that depth. And if it was a smaller pan, I'd be shaking a little more, but gotta be careful. Then flip it, baby, flip it. Flip it, baby, flip it. Okay. Then go ahead and add your cheese in there. And then another idea behind a French omelet is to kind of like flip the omelet onto the plate. Okay, so you would usually get your fold started in the pan. Okay, and then let it loose onto the plate. And that is your French style omelet right there. Okay, and it's a beautiful one. Yes, thank you, I appreciate that. And for the American style omelet, what we're going to do is turn the heat down a little lower, okay? And then another idea is instead of putting the cooked vegetables onto the omelet and then fold it onto the plate, we're gonna take the vegetables and put them inside the pan with the butter. Okay, and we're not gonna get the volume on the omelet by shaking it back and forth and creating those curdles or those wrinkles or those mini folds in there. But how we're gonna do it is we're gonna, as the egg starts to set, we're gonna take the spatula and lift up under the egg and then rock the pan back towards you. So the egg flows back, it goes underneath the omelet, and what that does is it creates layers. Every time you do it, it creates layers, and that's how you get your depth in the American style omelet, okay? Sometimes people call the American style omelet the French style omelet, and for the biggest reason is just because of the fold onto the plate, because you can fold it onto the plate the same way. But since we're not shaking the pan at a high heat, it's not really a French style omelet. That's why they consider it the American style omelet. It's a lower heat, and you let the egg flow underneath the egg that has been setting in the pan. All right, so the egg on the top flows underneath to the egg on the bottom, and then that's how you create those layers on the American omelet, as you're about to see here. Okay, so get my veggies in here. You know, us Americans, we do whatever the heck we want, so, you know. If you really wanted to, you could do it the same way, okay? You could take the ingredients and put them on top if you wanted to, you know, but the biggest idea between the American style and the French style omelet is the high heat and shaking the pan, getting those mini folds in there, okay? That's what the French style is. The Italian style, okay, you have the egg that you start on the oven, and then on the stove that you put in the oven, okay? Or you can also use a dish like I was saying before. Okay, so that's the Italian style. You use the dish, you cook the vegetables inside the oven. Okay, the French style omelet, right here we go, is the high heat. You shake it vigorously, and then you let it sit slightly. Put the cooked ingredients on top, start to fold inside the pan, and then fold it onto the plate. Bam, 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 there we go. Sometime I'll have to release some bloopers or something. We'll see some other stuff going on. All right. So I'm just giving these veggies the time to cook up a little bit. Okay. Got my omelet mix here. I don't know if I mentioned it, but whole egg, 2% milk is what I'm using. Salt and pepper. Of course, you can use whatever type of milk you want to. It's your house, you know, your environment. You can do whatever you want. You can use cream. Cream will make it, you know, really nice and rich. You know, then also give it depth. But you just have to watch out. Cream doesn't have a lot of flavor itself, other than the richness. So you have to make sure you really season it up well. All right. Good, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Kris Dixon, Nephew D, up in here. Okay. And then the biggest reason you want to use gas is so you can adjust your flame. Okay, that's why electric stoves are not good in the kitchen, because they take so long to heat up. And then if you do have to adjust your heat, it takes a long time for it. Well, not a long time, but it takes longer than gas to start to cool down. Okay, so. But even with gas, you know, you could take your pan off the heat. The same thing with the electric stove. So you being the chef in your kitchen, you have complete control over what's going on with your stove, with your oven, with your gas. You control it all, okay? So make sure you're turning those knobs up and down as you see fit. You know, adjust if you're using a big pan like I'm doing now, being crazy, or if you're using a smaller pan. You know, it's just completely up to you. You know, if you're using a big pan like this, of course, a high heat is going to be slightly lower because this covers more surface area, so it's going to cook a lot faster. So if you have a smaller pan, you know, it's going to let that egg build up a little more, so it's going to have more depth to it. So it's going to take a lot longer for, you know, the top of the egg to cook as opposed to the bottom of it. All right. And the idea of this, like I said, you lift it up, and that's where you're getting your volume from. You're getting your layers like that. Okay, so you just go around the pan, you lifted it up. Again, it's a lot easier with a smaller pan. If you're a novice, you know, you don't cook eggs as much, definitely use a smaller pan, you know. Like I said, I'm just being difficult. And then, of course, the best part of the omelet for me, when I'm making it, is when I flip it, baby, flip it. So when you flip it, you know, make sure you flip it good. Okay. Oh yeah, we're almost ready to get that flip popping on. All right, Kris. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Hold up, one more second, Yeah! Let's do it, baby. All right, back, focus. All right, cheese it up. You know, Monterey Kobe blend. And bam, that's it. We want to fold this one to the plate, but we're not going to do the fold on each side. We're just going to fold it directly in half. Bam! Fold it like that, so that way the ingredients pop out at you, and it just looks so gorgeous and tremendous, okay? The ingredients look like they say, eat me now, okay? So there you go. You have your frittata, just with field green on it here. That's your Italian style omelet. Okay, so the vegetables are cooked inside of it, mainly inside of an oven, or I did it in this nice big pan here. Okay, that's why it looks like that. You can do it in a smaller pan. You do it in a ceramic dish. Okay, again, we have the French style omelet. Okay, high heat. You know, put your fat in there. The high heat. You agitate the pan, stir it around. Okay, and then you fold it in the pan, both sides, bam, bam, and then you curl it onto the plate, okay? Get this nice oval, oblong shape, okay? Beautiful. And then we have the American style omelet, okay? I went ahead and threw the vegetables inside, but you can leave the vegetables out and do it the same way we did it with the French style omelet, okay? Or you can cook the vegetables inside, and then you lift that pan up all around, all sides. You let that egg get underneath. You let it set, you create those layers, okay? You get that depth, all right? And then you flip it, baby, flip it, and flip it good. Then add the cheese and fold it directly in half. And from here, just like this one, if you wanted to add some type of pickled vegetables on here, you could do that. It's thinly sliced vegetables, not chunks. Or if you want to do chunks, you can. Again, your place, do what you want. So you can do thinly sliced vegetables with some type of vinegar, red wine vinegar, some type of, you know, ginger. You can do lighter ingredients. You can do more bold ingredients. You can do whatever you want. But you leave it just like that and eat it like this. I think it's great like this. You know, hot sauce, whatever. Again, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what to put on there. That's another episode. I do that. But for now, it's just letting you know the omelets, giving you a little bit of variation. You know, maybe you didn't know how to do this, and you know, I just showed you something new. If so, you're welcome. If not, thanks for watching. And if I didn't show you anything new, I'm sorry. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everything. Take care. See you later.